So the first thing that comes to mind is the study of the sutras and how one in particular, I can't remember which one, what number it is, but it speaks to theft, no stealing. And not in the traditional sense, but in how you'd steal time from yourself and those around you by over-consuming, whether it's falling into a lot of hobbies or overbuying or over-consuming social media, and recognizing the patterns that you have or that I have. And when I get uncomfortable, what am I over-consuming? I can always tell when I'm on the internet for hours at a time. It's like, yeah, what am I avoiding? And realizing that I'm avoiding myself and how that's stealing time for myself, self-inquiry, spending time with other people, and getting out of that, getting stuck with an overconsumption, especially with the internet and the news and all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world today. In ways that I was thinking about this before I came here, and it really has opened my eyes to the fact that I'm actually a very courageous person. I have the heart of a lion. I tend to think of myself as someone that is very fearful of the world, especially in 2025, the way the world is shaping and reforming itself. I feel like that's not necessarily true. I do have fear, but I do still get up and get out and go try and do new things, especially a 200-hour training in person, very different from my other trainings. I had no idea what to expect, and I did it. And I showed up with, an open heart and open mind every weekend that we were in training. On my mat, I'm more courageous with showing up and being present to what's happening in my body and what I need in that moment, and not pushing through. I'll give a pause. If I have an ache or pain, just back off and take a modification, and not letting that mean that, oh, I'm scared to hurt myself. It's no, I'm just giving myself space to be in that moment. And then outside, off the mat, that, I ask, hey, at work, hey, can I do, this task? I think that I can do it. I think I have something that I can add to it, and not just assuming that the answer is going to be no, or being fearful, what happens if the answer is no? It doesn't matter. Just do it. I immediately thought lunchtime, because that was a time we got to just sit back and chit chat and hang out under the umbrella. But really, that's the 7th grade me saying, yeah, lunchtime was my favorite. But really, I think it was getting to know the practice through the sutras and the Bhagavad Gita, really doing a deep dive into what yoga was intended to be, and learning more about just how the whole thing came about. I mean, this is an old practice, before the beginning of time, it seems, there was yoga. So that was my favorite part, just learning the history and reading all the readings. That I can show up consistently even when I'm uncomfortable with showing up. We all have very busy lives outside of the studio. And just knowing that even on those days when I'm just exhausted and I'm ready to just crawl up and get in bed, that I can still show up for the thing that really matters to me, and that is leading this practice, being in community here at Homegrown Power Yoga. I would say for anyone that's thinking about taking the training, think about it, figure out why you want to take the training. Anyone from seasoned teachers or new teachers or just practitioners that want to learn more about the practice and learn about the history of yoga and anatomy, I think it's a great value add. I would say go for it, but just figure out why you want to go for it and then put that on your heart and sign up. Do it right away. Before you talk yourself out of it, do it. It really has been a value add. The weekends come and go. At first they seem like they're long, but by the end of it, it's like, wait, are we really done? Wow, that was 200 hours. And there was just so much learning and so much community in the learning that I 10 out of 10 recommend it for anyone that's interested.